Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Eskow.
Jeff Eskow.
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me. You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sports World Radio. I'm the host, Jeff Escow. We got a jam-packed show for you guys. Lots of freaking fun today. Holy freaking moly. Wait until you hear what we got going on for you guys today. We're going to have a blast. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to us each and every Monday through Friday, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. You want to come and hang out in the chat room? We are over at Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker. That's Spreaker.com. If you don't have yourself an account over there, don't worry. It's free, boys and girls, so don't worry. Get yourself a free account. Sign up. Type in Sports World Radio. The chat room, the show will show up at the bottom of your screen. Look all the way over to the right. Next to that, triangle icon is a bubble. Click the bubble, and the chat room will open up, and you will start chatting away with us here in the chat room. That's everybody else is hanging out in the chat room as well. And all those people listening to us on Spreaker that are hanging out in the chat room that are afraid to chat, I know you're there, so start chatting. Don't be afraid. I won't bite your head off unless you actually want me to. Let's get all the particulars out of the way. What do you say? And then we'll move on with the show. Excuse me. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. That's Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. SportsWorldRadio.com. If you're over there listening to us, great. Click that donate button while you're listening to the show and donate to the cause here at Sports World Radio and help us keep us doing what we like to do here at Sports World Radio, and that's entertain you guys with sports talk and a whole bunch of other talk as well. So donate to Sports World Radio's cause. We got to update some equipment here, and we'll be rocking and rolling. 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. If you have Skype, you're a Skype user, you can reach us at Sports World Radio Show. That's Sports World Radio Show on Skype for Skype users only. SWRshow@gmail.com. That's SWRshow@gmail.com is our email address. I do believe I got all the particulars out of the way. So what do you say? Hey, we bring in the wacky guy himself, the co-host of Sports World Radio, the update man, Sean Mann. What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing good, Jeff. Welcome, everybody. It is March 24th, 2015, 6:06 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:06 p.m. on the West. Weather right now is very wet and cloudy on a rainy day.
So it's cloudy and rainy on your freaking birthday, hey?
Yeah, it's cloudy and it's rainy on my birthday, but I'm still enjoying the day.
That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks, pal. It's nice and beautiful and gorgeous down here. You should have come down here for your birthday.
Go golfing together.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We could have gone golfing together, and I could have kicked your ass. In golfing, I mean. In golfing. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's sunny. I had the air conditioner on when I was talking to you a couple of minutes ago, so you know it's hot as heck out here in sunny San Diego. And I hate to tell you all these. I hate to say this to all you people that live on the East Coast and live in the Central or are freezing your asses off right now. Okay, I hate to say this to you, but we're expecting a heat wave coming up. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Going to be in high 90s, low 100s out here. Holy freaking Toledo. That's not good. So it's going to get exponentially warm here in the next couple of days. So for all you people living out in the East Coast, That's what you get for living where you live. I'm nice and warm. Hey, what's up, Adam? How you doing, buddy? Adam was a good friend of mine. I met him over at the conference over the weekend. Good friend of mine. Welcome to the show, Adam. Glad you can hang out with us. And coming up very shortly, and Adam knows this because I talked to Adam about this particular thing I'm going to talk right now on the radio show. Coming up, I'm just waiting to finish up this month. Starting next month, you will be able to get Sports World Radio sports shorts. That's right. When you guys are listening to the freaking commercials, Sean, myself, whoever's on the line with us, we continue the show during the commercial breaks. We keep going. So now you guys are going to be able to hear those conversations. You're going to get every single commercial break. How cool is that going to be, kids? Adam's helping me put all that together as well. Adam, I need to find an audio player that'll do that, buddy. Jeff's got it going on, and the shorts better happen. I'm watching you. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, well, I'm going to need all the help I can get from you. I got to find an audio player that'll go in that freaking thing. You know what I'm talking about. That'll go in CF. You know what I'm talking about. I had it. And guys, remember yesterday? Adam is here, so hold on. Adam, don't leave. Remember, guys, yesterday I was telling you that I won an iPad mini over the weekend. Remember I was telling you that yesterday, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Adam is the guy that handed me the ticket that won the iPad mini. He handed me the ticket, then he went up there and handed the guys the tickets that he just handed out. And I don't know, maybe he handed that guy the ticket and said, here, use this one. I don't know. But Adam was the gentleman that handed me the ticket that made me win my iPad mini. So thank you very much, Adam. I appreciate it. I'm using it like crazy. And Adam, also, I put Russell's book on my iPad mini, so now I have it too, you rat bastard. Ha, 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 ha. That's the way I roll here at Sports World Radio. All right, Sean, what's the first topic of the day, my friend? Oh, one more thing. We have two more things to celebrate today. Not only are we celebrating the co-host's birthday, Sean Mann. It's Sean Mann's birthday today, so everybody better give him a happy birthday. I'm waiting for Laura to call in probably later on. She will call in and probably sing happy birthday to you.
Oh,
maybe.
Laura, how sweet of you
Who
to
knows?
do that, to sing happy birthday to me. Probably Josh will be doing the same thing. And I know Kathy already just did sing. Oh, gosh, I can't believe that. You guys
Hey,
rock.
Adam, you told me your email address at the conference, and I forgot what it is. You have me on Facebook, so just send me a private message on Facebook with your email address so I can shoot you some emails, please. Thank you, buddy. So it's Sean's birthday today, and then also today is also, Laura, you're going to love this. Today is also the 1-year anniversary of Josh Lopez being the producer program director of Sports World Radio. Thanks, Laura.
Congratulations, Josh.
How about that? So it's Josh's 1-year anniversary for being the producer of the show. And coming on in the second half of the show today, like he does each and every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Adam, you're going to love this. Coming on Tuesdays and Thursdays is our good friend Frank Sprankle from Chicago, and it's his 1-year anniversary as well. How about that? So we got a lot of things to celebrate today. We're going to have a lot of fun. But Sean, happy birthday, my friend, and let's get into the first topic. You rats bastard, you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. And before I get to the first topic of the day, I also would like to send a happy birthday shout-out to Mr.
That's right.
GF Fix Show, Wes.
That's right. It's Wes's birthday, too. What the hell is going on with today? Look at Kathy. She says it's also Chris Bosch's birthday today.
And hey, wait a minute. Peyton Manning's birthday is today, too. Happy birthday to Peyton Manning.
Who cares about him?
Keep me, Omaha, I said, Hut.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know what's going to happen? I bet you Frank's going to say that today. I bet you Frank's going to say that today when he comes on the air. I'm just betting on it. I'm telling you, I'm betting on it.
Anyway, we got to work here.
So let's have some fun. What do you say, pal? I mean, after all, we've gone 15 minutes and we haven't mentioned a sports story yet. Yesterday, we went a half hour without talking sports for the first half hour. It was great.
And real quickly, you know what I said on Wes's wall? I said, "Hey Wes, happy birthday, you big Pittsburgh fan."
Where is that son of a bitch today?
I don't know. Wes posted on my wall, and I said, "Wes, come on out to the show. I'm sure we're all going to be saying happy birthday to you."
What's up, Ronnie? How you doing? Thanks for coming on in. I thought for sure he would show up on his birthday today. Happy birthday, Wes, you rat bastard. You know what? He's listening, but he's not typing. You know he's here. He's in the chat room somewhere. He's listening somewhere. Wes, you rat bastard. Happy birthday.
Did you say what you were going to say yesterday, Jeff? Did you say to him, he goes, "Wes, pick some new teams. Happy birthday, you hump."
I don't have to say it. You just did it. Happy birthday, Wes, you hump. Pick some winning teams for Jesus Christ, will you? Jiminy Cricket's sakes, man. Pick some winning teams, huh? You're going to be sitting at home all pissed off again, blaming it on somebody else but your own team.
And he says that Jeff or Laura doesn't know anything about football or something. That would be the typical Wes thing.
He says that I don't know anything about football and Laura doesn't know anything about hockey. Yeah, okay, right, whatever.
Because he's always saying, my teams get screwed. They always get gypped, and it's not very fair. It's not fun at all.
That's right. Laura, you can call in anytime you want. You know that. You got carte blanche. Okay, so what's the first topic of the day, you rat bastard?
All right. Oh, look what Josh says. We are family. One pick better music and better teams. All right, NFL. We got to get to the first story. How about this? The owners changes for safety and replay. In Phoenix, Arizona today, the NFL owners voted to prevent another Julian Edelman situation, giving a third-party power to stop a game if a player appears disoriented.
I heard that this morning. I was, what? Are you kidding me? They're going to put a guy out there who's a third party who's got nothing to do with anything, and he's going to say if that guy could play or not after he's all... Get the hell out of here. That's ridiculous. That's stupid.
It is, and they also came up with other rules in the NFL. Okay, here we go. Bullet number 1, introducing the medical timeout. A third party has power to stop a game if a player appears disoriented, which we talked about. Number 2, rules for a peel-back block changed to include all offensive players being penalized as opposed to just those inside the tackle box. And number 3, Jeff says the rule protecting receivers changed, extending the protection if the pass is intercepted and they remain unable to defend themselves from a hit.
Oh, come on, man.
This is why it's called the Roger Goodell National Football League when you read the story.
This is getting ridiculous.
He says, you know what? I'm Roger Goodell. I'm the one that has every right to make these rules. This is my league, folks.
Can't they? Don't the players have something that they can freaking say, screw you?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Don't they? Come on, really?
I don't know, Jeff. This is like really weird with all these new rules that they're putting in there.
I just don't the players having a players association don't these rule changes have to go through the players association as well?
I believe it would have to. The owners are working it out, but the NFLPA would have to possibly agree with it. I'd have to look that up, or Josh could do that too.
I mean, because that's pretty stupid. If these rule changes aren't decided by the players and the owners just get to do whatever the hell they want, or Roger Goodell gets to do whatever the hell they want, why are these players in the NFL to begin with?
That's true.
If Roger Goodell has all this power where he can make any rule changes and nobody can say anything, you got the wrong guy in there.
Because got the wrong commissioner.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's why I call it Roger Goodell League.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't the Players Association and every other league have to pass on rule? Have to say yay or nay on rules? I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes.
It would have to go through the NFLPA. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
it would or would not.
You're damn tooting that it better go through the NFLPA. And if the NFLPA approves this, they're just as crazy as he is. This is nuts.
It is. Totally nuts. Totally pathetic and stupid. I said that's why Goodell is a joke. I put that in the chat room. Another thing that they talked about, here's some other rules they put in. It is now illegal for a back to chop a defensive player engaged above the waist by another offensive player outside the tight end area.
So basically, there's no more chop blocking. Is what it's coming down to.
What that concept says, yes.
Basically, it's what it's coming down to. Is no more chop blocking.
Another rule that they came out with is the players are banned from pushing teammates at the line of scrimmage on punts and field goals.
So basically, they're turning punts and field goals into freaking a Pro Bowl punt and field goal.
Yep, that is absolutely correct. So the players will be banned, hit with the suspension, and probably face a big fine.
Unbelievable.
With these rules I'm reading to you, Jeff, you're like, what in the heck is this?
I don't get what the hell they're doing, man. I really don't. I don't understand it.
Smoking Ronnie goes, NFLPA just elected their president. He's kind of a joke.
I don't get it. I just don't freaking get it. I don't
get
understand
it either.
The NFLPA better freaking step up because they could say nay or yay to any of these, can't they?
That's
they
correct.
They should be able to. They should be able to. The only good thing that the NFL did this weekend at the NFL meetings is lift the suspension on the blackouts. So far, that's the only good thing I've seen them do.
And then for replay, here's one of the rules that they're going to do. Addition of replay review for game clock at end of half, game overtime, if more than 1 second is on the clock.
They're getting crazy, man. They're killing me. They're turning this league into a pansy league. That's exactly what they're doing. They're turning the NFL into a pansy league.
Just speaking from experience, there should be no contact until either the ball is kicked or the punt returner has possession of the ball.
Do you know they also, the owners shot down a bunch of replay proposals. Okay? Proposals that were defeated were increasing coaches' challenges by 1 to 3, replay reviews of any personal fouls, reviews of any penalty resulting in a first down with no challenge necessary, replays on fouls against a defenseless receiver being enforced when a reversal results in an incomplete pass, reviewing fouls against a defenseless receiver with an unsuccessful challenge not costing a timeout, reviewing whether time expired on the play clock before the ball is snapped, using stadium-produced video for a replay review. Are you freaking kidding me? You people are actually thinking about this crap? What are you, crazy?
Proposals defeated were increasing the coach's challenge by 1 to 3, replay reviews of any personal
Yeah, that's what
fouls.
I just said. That's what I just read.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I just read all that.
Yeah,
okay, so Philadelphia Eagles' Jeffrey Lurie was disappointed the Patriots' proposal that virtually anything could be challengeable was not passed.
That's right.
How about that? It's crazy.
It is crazy, Jeff, and it's like
basically
really nuts
basically
with what the NFL owners are trying to do. With Roger Goodell, he continues to keep destroying the game because I don't agree with a lot of the rules that he's making, and I don't even understand why they've even. How about this, everybody? This is totally different than what they are talking about for the rules, but every once in a while, Jeff and everybody, the NFL is possibly considering eliminating the extra point, the PAT, the point after the touchdown.
I know.
Would you guys agree with that, getting rid of the PAT?
We
or
talked
do you think
about
they should
that.
Just...
We talked about that the other day.
Yeah, we did.
Remember that? We talked about what they were thinking about doing was scoring a touchdown, and then you can go for the 2-point conversion, If you make the 2-point conversion, you can try a 50-yard field goal attempt.
I still say keep the PAT. I'd still say keep it up. I
got
that
a better
rule,
idea.
7 points.
You want to get rid of the PIT? Great. Make the touchdown 7 points and let's have the kickoff and let's go. Huh? You want to get rid of the PAT? Make the touchdown 7 points and let's get the kickoff going. How about that? You want to move the game on a little faster? Make the touchdown 7 points and let's get the kickoff going. You score a touchdown, you don't need to kick the extra point. 7 points. Kickoff unit comes on the field for both teams and you go. That's it. Done. You want to go for 2 points? Make it 8? Great. If not, the touchdown 7 points and that's that. Finished. But if you go for the 2 points and you don't get it, you only get 6 points. See what I'm saying? Touchdown's worth 7. If you go for the 2 points to try and make it 8, well, see, touchdown 7. Why even bother go for the 2 points? You know what I'm saying? This way you'll take out the 2-point conversion with that as well. Touchdown's worth 7 points. Done. Move on. Get the kickoff. Take out the freaking field goal. Take out the 2-point conversion. Move on. Make the game faster. Finito. What's the problem? Huh? Unstinking believable. I mean, that's really easy to figure out, boys and girls. You don't want the field goal in there? Great. Make the touchdown worth 7 points. Kickoff unit on the team next, on the field next to kick off. The game will move a lot quicker. Move a lot quicker, I guarantee it.
Jeff for commissioner. That's what Shabba says.
I guarantee it. That's what'll happen. The game will move a lot faster. You know that as well as I know that. And that's the problem they have right now. The games are too long. That's the problem they have right now. The games are way too long, man. They got to shorten them up. They were thinking about doing, you score a touchdown, you go for the 2-point conversion, you get 8. And if you make the 2-point conversion, then you get to kick a 50-yard field goal for another point, and you can get 9 points total. How long do you want these freaking football games to go? 5 hours? Because what they're thinking about doing is, you score a touchdown, they go to commercial. You come back from commercial break, the 2-point conversion. Commercial after that. You come back, the 50-yard field goal kick. After that kick, commercial. You come back, then the kickoff. Are you kidding me? You're adding 10 minutes. That freak out of here. Every time you score a touchdown, you're going to add an extra 10 minutes? Game could be 6 hours long. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Dumbasses. You do that, I can guarantee you the ratings are going to drop like a butterfly. Dumbasses.
And Mark Cuban would always think and believe that, remember a story we did, Mark Cuban believes that it wouldn't be long, and it's possible that you could see the popularity of the NFL go downhill maybe in the 2020s.
And you want to know something? If it does, it's all because of Roger Goodell. It's Roger Goodell's fault. Look at Kathy. I would love to see Brady on the field for 5 hours. I'll tell you something. Brady doesn't even want to be on the field for 5 hours. Okay? That's ridiculous, man. That is just ridiculous. I don't understand that. On the field for 5 hours, yeah. I'm sure the quarterbacks are going to love that crap. Going to make them happy. Yeah, right.
Best of luck with that. 5 hours.
Yeah, I don't want that. I do not want to see that or nothing. That's just freaking nuts. You know?
I agree with you, Josh, except for your thing about Belichick. But, yeah, 5 hours, way, way, way too long. I'd say put it for 3 hours. And I know that possibly they would consider extending – I don't know if they would extend NFL time or not, but no, put it at 3 hours. It just gets to be too much. Otherwise, that takes up the whole day. Remember, you play the early morning where Jeff and I live. You play a mid-afternoon, and then you play the Sunday night game.
Play the Sunday night game. Yeah. We're going to – you know what's going to happen? You're going to get 5, 10, 15 hours on Sunday – 15 hours on Sunday of football. Because each 5, 10, 15 Well, say you get 2 games in the morning and 2 games in the afternoon. They're not going to be able to do that no more. It'll be 1 game because each game's 5 hours long now. You think TV's going to love it because they're going to be doing all those commercials, but 1 game's going to be 5 hours.
I could not stand it. It'd be like spending the whole day watching college football, because I know that we're talking NFL, but Jeff, college football is a lot more boring than than the NFL.
No shit.
I enjoy
No crapola.
because college football is always an ongoing thing every Saturday morning and afternoon. I don't even watch stinking College Game Day. I go shop, or I just take a nap and say, heck with this. It's just so boring. It makes you sleepy, and you find something else to do. The NFL, I like it because it goes fast and it's quicker. But, of course, another thing, I hope that when Roger Goodell gets done, I don't know how long we're going to have Thursday night games. I hope when the next commissioner comes in there, seriously, get rid of the Thursday night football game and just have Sunday and Monday night. Have Sunday, play the game Sunday, and then have the one Monday night. And then you can play your NFL games maybe in around middle or late December. That's how I remember growing up. Real nice job, NFL. You're talking about the safety of the players. You're not doing a good job giving players enough time to rest themselves from their injuries.
That's the thing, too. If Roger Goodell is so concerned about the goddamn safety of the players, why are you having them play on a Sunday and then play them again on a Thursday? What are you, freaking nuts? You're going to have them play on a Sunday, and then all of a sudden they got to play on a Thursday? What are you, freaking? Yeah, their body has time to rest, sure. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Get rid of the Thursday night game and go back to and leave it at Monday nights. Come on, man.
And then when December comes, then you have the
You're
NFL
just a
on
money
Sunday,
grubbing,
then Monday, Thursday, and then Saturday.
You're just a money-grubbing son of a bitch.
It is.
Okay? And I have an NFL site, and I know you guys want it. And guess what's going to happen? I'm going to make you pay just like you don't pay the players. How about that? Okay? Because it's ridiculous. You're so concerned about the concussions and the safety of the NFL players. But meanwhile, you have a team that plays on a Sunday, gets 3 days rest, and then got to play on a Thursday. Okay? And not even, because they're going to travel on a Wednesday. So basically, they're getting 2 days worth of rest. How do you expect a team to get ready for a game? That's why the games suck every Thursday.
And
because they don't have enough time to get ready for it. Their body or the team. Go ahead, Sean. Go.
And on that note, we have to run to our first commercial break of the day.
See how he just cuts me off? And you know damn well what's going to happen during the commercial break, don't you? I'm going to keep on talking. We'll be right back with Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Okay, so.
Yeah, I can still hear the commercial.
Can you really? Well, turn off your freaking radio on the freaking side there and you just listen to us instead of listening to the show.
I thought I did have it off. That's weird.
Those voices really you hear is Laura and our good friend Shaba in the house. How about that?
Hello
giving
there.
us a call and hanging out with us today on the show. So you can imagine what we were talking about during the commercial break. You have to imagine because starting next you won't have to imagine too much longer because starting next month you'll be able to have access to it for only $4.95.
I should already because I'm me.
Well, yeah, you'll have access. Well, what do you mean? You were part of the commercial break just right there. You know what we just said. Jiminy Crickets Day. Oh, Jesus criminy. Look who's in the house.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
There's
What do we got?
The big win, Frank Sprankle.
the
Stand
big
by.
gale
The,
force.
the big,
There
big,
it is.
yeah,
Force
Frank
coming.
Sprankle at bigchubbywind at yahoo.com.
Oh, Bears.
That's our good friend Frank. Hey, Frank, I don't know if you know this, Frank, but actually it's tomorrow's date, but we're celebrating it today. Tomorrow is your 1-year anniversary for being with Sports World Radio, you rat bastard. Did you think you'd last that long?
I'm sure Frank did.
Also, Sean's birthday, and also today is Josh's 1-year anniversary for being the producer of Sports World Radio.
And happy birthday to the big West man, the big Pittsburgh fan that believes that the Pittsburgh Steelers will represent the AFC and win the entire Super Bowl in February of 2016.
The entire Super Bowl, not just part of it?
Oh, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
the entire
that's right,
Super
Shabba.
Bowl, the
That's
whole
what
thing.
Wes does. He says, it's not fair. My teams get gypped and my teams get screwed because of bad officiating and bad umpiring. Get a life, you stinker.
Oh, man.
Listen to Laura.
It'll be okay. The Saints won over the Steelers last year.
And Wes was upset about that. You know what Wes said there, Shabba? Typical. It's always the officials that screw the Steelers.
I'm sure it's not Drew Brees or Marcus Colson. It's none of those people.
Yeah, bunch of jackasses. Hey guys,
All right,
drive
the
me
next
crazy.
thing we got Jeff and Laura and Shabba, the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Oh, you're bringing it early, huh?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Skippy Bayless said that Brock Lesnar should go to UFC.
I agree with him. Get him out of the WWE. I agree with him. And you want to
Whoa,
know something?
Whoa, Jeff is agreeing with Skippy Bayless?
Yeah, because
Oh
I
my
don't.
God,
Yeah,
it's gonna
because
snow.
because I
Laura,
don't.
right?
It's gonna snow. Snowpocalypse or something.
All right, Laura, write that down on my birthday, the 24th. Jeff finally agrees with Skippy on something. No, just kidding,
Oh.
Jeff.
Hey the
A blind squirrel can find a nut. Hey.
hey the Bears. Hey, the Bears just signed Alfred E. Newman or somebody, Raymond Newman, from San Francisco. Skippy Bayless, listen to me. I finally figured out what his problem is with the WWE. He's pissed off that he wasn't on WWE last night and Bill Simmons was.
He's annoyed that it's not being run by Charles Barkley.
No, he's annoyed that he wasn't asked to be on WWE. Bill Simmons was on Raw last night, on the Raw show, sitting with the guys, talking with them, and Skippy Bayless is jealous. That's what it is. He's jealous that they asked Bill Simmons and not him. So he's pissed off. That's why he's coming out with all this WWE crap last night. Now I
He
understand.
sits alone in a corner of his bedroom and, in a fetal position going, they should have gotten me. They should have gotten me.
Hey, hey, Skip. You know why they didn't pick you? Because you're an idiot.
Sucks.
Because you're an idiot and you have no WWE knowledge like you think you do, you dumbass.
Because he always thinks that he can outdo anybody and says, I'll win against anybody in the wrestling and a sporting debate.
Yeah, bring it on, you jackass.
Skippy Bayless said that my New England Patriots are the Cleveland Cavaliers of the NBA.
Well, that means they're going to be in third, fourth place.
Oh, Shabba, no. The Bats are the Super Bowl champions. The worst case scenario is the Cavaliers win the NBA Finals, and LeBron goes, hey, I'm LeBron James. I just won an
now,
NBA
let me ask you a
championship.
question.
What do you guys say about that?
Sean, let me ask you a question. Did he not say yesterday that the Dallas Cowboys are the New England Patriots of the West?
Yeah.
This guy's a moron.
Well,
We heard this.
we'll have what he's having.
You know what would be great, would be sweet, is if any team that Skippy Bayless sits there, talks about my team is going to do this, blah, 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 they lose. They totally freaking lose. That would be beautiful.
And Laura and Shabba, the favorite word of Skippy is my. My.
My.
My this, my that. I got something for you, buddy. I'll give you mine. I'll shove something up your mind.
Just got your mind right here.
That's right. I got your mind right here, bastard.
Skippy Bayless said that my Dallas Cowboys are the greatest sports organization of all time.
Boy, Laura really liked that one.
Watch out for Jeff.
He needs to say, my running back plays for Philadelphia, and then he'd be right.
Hey, Skippy, if they were so fantastic and they're supposed to be the best organization of all time, where they been for the last 19 years, you jackass?
And by the way, Skippy, Jeff just annihilated a couple Cowboy fans over the weekend. You're next, buddy.
That's right.
I just want to interject something, Josh. That is an image we do not need. Thank you.
Skippy
I haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
Wow,
Yes.
that one right there. That's a nice one right there. If you want to know what Josh said in the chat room, you got to come to the chat room and find out. We ain't saying it on the air.
Skippy's probably saying that about the Cowboys, Jeff, because he's probably saying, hey, look, everybody, Cowboys have 5 Super Bowls. What do you say about that?
Hey, Skippy, I want you to give everybody your teams that you root for. Make your list out. Hockey, baseball, football, but make your list out. I bet you he puts down every single team.
My this and my that.
This way he could say, put the word my in front of him. And actually, I'm going to bust his ass so bad the first time he says, my New England Stop for a second. Stop. Do you own them? Are you the owner of the New England Patriots? No, but I'm a fan. That's it. You're just a fan. You're not the owner, correct? You're a fan, correct? Let me ask you another question. Have you ever paid to go to a New England Patriot game? No. Then you're not even a fan. You know what you are? You're a sports broadcaster, which means you're supposed to be neutral, which means you shouldn't be putting the word my in front of any goddamn team. So now, say the words again, and I'll smack you in your head. Because every time you use the word my, you're going to get a smack in the head. Just to prove to you that you shouldn't be using it.
He needs a shot collar for every time he uses that.
Every time he says the word my, that's right, he should get shocked. Right, Frank?
Skippy Bayless said that Levy Stadium should boot the WWE this Sunday.
It's not going to happen. You want to know something?
Okay.
I hate to tell you something. Levi's Stadium, where they're having WrestleMania this Sunday, last year, the San Francisco Giants, or the 49ers, the San Francisco 49ers, did not sell out one game. There's going to be more people at WrestleMania in that stadium than there was for any game that the 49ers played in that year. So you know damn well that Levi Stadium wants that there so they can recoup some of the money they lost during the NFL season.
You got to recoup from Colin Kaepernick.
Get ready for this. Skippy Bayless said that my New York Giants will be just as bad as my New York Knicks.
What a freaking moron you are!
Here's where Jeff gets apoplectic.
Yeah. Okay, number one, you were not born and raised in New York, so you can't claim mine to either of those teams. Okay? Number two, I was born and raised in New York. I am a Knick fan, and I am a Giant fan, and I don't even use the word my! I am what you call a fan. You know what fan is short for? Fanatic. Okay, I'm a fan. I don't own them. The only person that can say my Dallas Cowboys is Jerry Jones. The only person that can say my New York Knicks is the moron James Dolan. Not you, Skip. You don't own them, and I can almost guarantee that you never, ever paid to go see a Knick game or a Giant game. You're using your press pass to get in there, aren't you, bitch?
Hey, Frank, I'm going to hold you to that.
We have to run to an update.
Oh, do we really? Jeez Louise. Okay. Hey, guys, I'm going to hang up on you for the update, and then I'll bring you back in after the update's over, okay?
Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so we're going to run to our quick update. This update is brought to you by the Flipper. This Flipper, flipperflipper.com. Head on over there. Listen, kids, if you're tired of touching your toilet seat, don't fret. Head on over to flipperflipper.com. It attaches to the underside of your toilet seat where you never, ever have to touch your toilet seat ever again to lift it or lower it. It's called the Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. 46 minutes after the hour, the 24th of March, 2015. In the National Hockey League, here are the games that we have for tonight. The Wild at the Islanders, Kings at the Rangers. That game is on the NBC Sports Network. Blues at the Penguins, Ducks at the Blue Jackets, Coyotes at the Red Wings, Panthers at the Lightning, Canadians at the Predators, and lastly, the Jets will take on the Canucks. In the National Basketball Association, there are 6 games for tonight. You got the Raptors taking on the Pistons, Heat at the Bucks, Lakers taking on the Thunder, NBA on TNT tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, Spurs at the Mavericks. And then also on TNT, following the Spurs-Mavericks, it'll be the Golden State Warriors taking on the Trailblazers. That game is at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. The other game, it'll be the 76ers taking on the Kings. In Major League Baseball, here are the finals from today. Grapefruit League, the Phillies over the Braves 5-3. Twins 6, Blue Jays 5. Pirates losing at home in their spring training complex 9-2 to the Orioles. Marlins 9 and the Red Sox 4. Astros 4, Mets 3. Other games, Cactus League. You got the games ongoing right now. You got the Rockies leading the White Sox 7-6. Athletics leading the Cubs 13-2. Rangers 8, Angels 5. Padres 6, Mariners 4. 2 other games. You got the Brewers taking on the Diamondbacks. And lastly, the Indians hosting the Giants. Another game from the Grapefruit League. It is the Yankees hosting the Tigers. This update was brought to you by the Flipper at flipperflipper.com. When we come back from the update and commercial break, more Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, followed by having Frank Sprankle coming in at the top of the hour. Be right back after this commercial break.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Oh, right here. Hey, everybody, we're back. Wow, I didn't turn up my mic on that time. How about that? Welcome back, everybody. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann here. SportsWorldRadio.com, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right. So, really quick, I'm sitting here watching ESPN, and Brock Lesnar just announced that he's not going back to UFC. He's staying with the WWE.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That kind of pissed me off.
Well, they cycle him around.
Yeah.
Well, his contract is up at the end of WrestleMania, so I guess he just signed a new contract.
Sounds like it.
Skippy Bayless said that since I know a lot about wrestling, I should put an end to professional wrestling.
Go ahead, do it. Let me see if you can do it. Go ahead, try. Let me see if you can take down the mighty McMahon. Go ahead. Listen, schmuckola. Hey, listen, you idiot.
I'll take Hornswoggle, thank you.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen, you schmuck. Ted Turner couldn't take down Vince McMahon. You think you're gonna? Really? Come on. Ted Turner tried to take down the WWE, and he couldn't do it. You know what happened? Vince McMahon bought him out. You know what's going to happen to you? Vince McMahon's going to buy you out, too, because you're an idiot.
Skippy Bayless said that Grant Land sucks.
You know what?
Okay.
He does not like Bill Simmons, does he?
No.
He does not. See, he's jealous. He is jealous. Hey, Inky. He is jealous.
He's always jealous
of Bill
about something,
Simmons.
Skippy is.
He's jealous of Bill Simmons because Bill Simmons was on WWE Raw last night. Bill Simmons is going to WrestleMania. Bill Simmons knows more about wrestling than Skippy does. So he's jealous that the WWE asked Bill Simmons to do all this and not him. That's why he's pissed off, and that's why he's doing all this. He's jealous.
Skippy Bayless said, here we go, that my Cleveland is the most that my Cleveland Cavaliers is the most dangerous team in the world.
Yeah, that's why LeBron James and Kevin Love don't get along. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whistle me that one, Dixie bitch.
He probably would say, is that why Jeff and Shabba, the Cavaliers, have been the hottest team in the NBA of late? Come on.
Hot garbage.
Yeah, who they been playing? Crappy ass teams. Now they're gonna start to play some good teams. Let's see how they play now.
I don't even care about the NBA, and I think that is really freaking ridiculous.
See, you got somebody who doesn't care about basketball and still knows that's a stupid remark. What does that say about Skippy?
Skippy Bayless said that my show First Take is brought to you by class and intelligence.
It's brought to you by my Dallas Cowboys, which is
Oh, Jeff, what do you have to say about that? Brought to you by class and intelligence.
It should be really brought to you by hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoid cream. Preparation H. That's it. First Take should be sponsored by Preparation H.
There you go.
Because you know why?
He's a mental hemorrhoid, I swear.
You know why? Because he's a really big pain in my ass.
Because
truth in advertising.
That's exactly it, man. That's what the show should do. Get Preparation H to be their sponsor, and then that's it right there. Wow.
Frank's just having a great time. I just made the match. Skip Bayless versus Bill Simmons at WrestleMania.
I like to see that because
I got Simmons.
I got Simmons too. I got
Simmons.
And can me and Frank do the play-by-play for it?
That sounds like a winner to me.
Unbelievable. What else does that jackass
I'll
say?
take it for that.
What else does that jackass have to say today?
Okay, Skippy Bayless said that he's the messiah of broadcasting and journalism, Jeff, Laura, and Jabba.
Messiah?
I'm converting to Satanism. If that's the case.
The Messiah?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's okay.
He's
okay.
the Messiah of sports talk?
He says that he's the messiah of journalism and sports talk, and he knows everything.
Like I said, we'll convert to Satanism after that.
I think I'm going to puke.
My goodness.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, man. Wow.
That is the most stupidest thing to come out of your mouth today.
Just wow.
You know what? You know what?
Contain herself. Neither can I.
You know what I'm going to do? Because I know Sean, you keep all the Skippy quotes that Josh sends you, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
You have them all from all the shows we've been doing, right?
Yep.
You know what I should do, boys and girls?
What?
I should send them to somebody who writes an ebook, and then have them write me an ebook of all his quotes. Okay, and then we'll put the title as Skip Bayless quotes. This is what not to say on the air.
You know, this stuff with Skippy Bayless quotes has become the Chuck Norris facts of sports.
Skippy probably believes, hi, my name's Skippy Bayless. I know sports talk really well. You want my autograph?
No, I don't. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you. I want to debate you.
I challenge you to a duel.
I challenge you to a sports duel.
Skippy Bayless said that Pablo Sandoval should get free old country buffet. Oh!
Yeah, that's right. Fat him up. Make him even fatter than he already is, that fat bastard. That's right. Fatten him up.
I like Panda. I'm a Sox fan. Cut that out.
Hey, you want to know why his name is Panda?
Why?
Because he's a fat bastard like a panda.
Oh, gosh.
Let me ask you a question. Can pandas move fast?
They move pretty slow.
Hence the name Panda for Pablo Sandoval. Fat bastard's a slow mover. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a name. That's a name you're proud of. Panda. Yeah, that's a good name to be proud of, you fat bastard.
Skippy Bayless said that he's not a fan of Hulk Hogan.
That's okay. I'm not a fan of you. That's why we rip you on my show every day. If it wasn't for, I hate to tell you something. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, there would be no WWE. I hate to tell you that, Skip. And if you know anything about wrestling, you should know that.
Especially since Skippy says, I know everything about wrestling than everybody here.
No, you don't.
Shit.
No, you don't.
There would be plenty of people that could challenge him on that.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I like to see him get into a conversation with Josh about wrestling.
Skippy Bayless said that he loves the fact that the Cleveland Browns are getting the Hard Knock show.
They're not getting the Hard Knock show. Shows you how much he fucking really knows, man.
They lived the Hard Knocks with Johnny last year. They could have just recorded that.
Here's the hey, why don't you read a headline that says something like this, Skip? I got an idea. All you got to do is go to Yahoo Sports, and there's the headline. With Manziel, Browns hope to avoid Hard Knocks. That contradicts what you just said, doesn't it, you dumbass? Doesn't it?
Especially says he said, watch what happens on Hard Knocks. Johnny Manziel should be starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns when the season begins.
You know what? I hope so they can go right down the tubes. I hope so.
Skippy Bayless said that nobody should make the trip out to San Jose.
Hey, Skippy. Hey, Skippy, I'm gonna read you this one sentence right here for you, jackass. And this is what you should have read first before you opened up your mouth. Or if you got this from one of your researchers, they should be fired because they didn't do their research right. Okay? Here it is, right here. Head coach Mike Pettiton said the team declined to volunteer for the show. How about that? Right there, the first hit line in the story, jackass. All you got to do is go read an article, you dummy.
I don't know if he knows how to read. They didn't teach him how to read in school.
That's why he's got somebody in his ear telling him what to say.
Yeah. You know he does.
Yeah, that's why he's got somebody in his ear.
Behind the curtain, so to speak.
I got another Skippy quote before we go to commercial. Here's what he said, Jeff. Skippy Bayless said that no one should go to WrestleMania.
No, well, I hate to tell you, dude, but that stadium is going to be packed.
And it should never rain.
That's right. I'm trying to. I hope it does rain on WrestleMania. That's always fun.
He's probably saying it's pretty boring to go there. Why would anybody want to go to San Jose and go watch that boring event?
I wanna go.
So Jeff can find Skippy Bayless if he goes there.
Hey, we got to get to our top of the hour break. Hey, Laura and Shaba, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
Hey, I didn't get a chance to sing happy birthday to Sean.
Well, then go right ahead and do it before we go to our top of the hour break. The floor is yours, Laura. While you're singing happy birthday to him, I'm going to run inside and get some iced tea.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sean. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, Laura.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Shaba. You bet.
Oh, no problem. Just stay in the AFC. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much.
And none of this the big 2-8 nonsense. I'm
what do
35.
You mean?
I'm 35. I've hit the big 3-5. Don't even talk to me about this.
Don't
2-8. You're not even 30. Please.
Look what Josh says. Epic Records signed this chick.
There it is. That's our Laura.
I like my anonymity a little too much. I'm not celebrity material.
There you go.
All it would take is one paparazzi photo to get in my face, and it's done.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, we're going to run to our top of the hour break. We'll be right back with Frank Sprankey. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Sean Man on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Too much about it.
Know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease. For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Now, joining us like he does each and every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour of the show is our good friend, the Chicago Connection, the big wind himself, Frank Sprankle. What's up, buddy?
Thank you. The Chicago. You know what? Anytime you associate my name with Chicago, it definitely brings chills to me because everybody knows how much I love Chicago, how much I love its people, how much I love its culture, how much I love its sports, obviously. Hey, it's food, and obviously the skyline, part of the part of the city that's known as the Loop. I got to tell you, great to be here. Wait, 1 year from tomorrow, but anyway, that's tomorrow. Sean, man, a happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you.
Well, you know something, Frank. Your anniversary is tomorrow, but you're not going to be here tomorrow. So, hey, you've been here. You've been doing this with us for a year already. How about that?
Wait, do I get a roast?
Well, hey, I'll roast you if you want.
Do I get a roast?
Hey,
do I just get to sit back and have people either talk about the best of me or just insult me? Hey,
you know what I was doing over the weekend? I was roasting people left and right over the weekend, man.
Oh yeah, Jeff had a great time, Frank, with some Cowboy fans.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, some Cowboy fans
tried
to shut
about
me down.
How much we do not appreciate Jerry Jones having all this absolute power?
Yeah, oh, believe me, I was having some beautiful conversations over the weekend of sports talk, and now they listen to the show because they know what we do and how I am.
You know what? I would say this about the Dallas Cowboys. A great season for them. Sure, they won a playoff game, but you know what? That doesn't make them the elite of all elites in the National Football League here.
No, it doesn't.
It clearly doesn't.
And it's not going to until they do something about it. And
does anybody consider the Dallas Cowboys, besides you-know-who, to be a legitimate Super Bowl contender heading into 2015?
Not me.
Skippy Bayless.
Yeah, they lost to Marco Murray. Oh, my goodness. First you lose to Marcus Ware 1 year, then you lose to Marco Murray this year. You lose your best player on defense 1 year. You lose your best player on offense the following year, being this offseason. I got to tell you, do people hate playing for the Dallas Cowboys? Is it Jerry Jones? Is it hating the fact that it's America's team? Well, they're not America's team in my book. What is it with this hatred for the Dallas Cowboys that everyone has got to leave?
Well, they're not America's team no more, according to the stats.
Wait, America's team? Hold on. When was the last Super Bowl they won?
Exactly. Thank you
Let's
very
see,
much.
19 years ago?
1995.
Actually, January 1996. It's 19 years ago. Well, 95 season. You're right, Sean.
19
but
years
that
ago.
was 19 years ago. Okay, let me ask you this. Are there any active NFL players, not including kickers, that are playing in the NFL today?
No.
Bingo. Different era of the NFL.
Uh-huh.
Different era.
Yes. Way different.
Way completely different. It's not about what have you done then. Sure, we remember the Dallas Cowboys as being the team of the 1990s with the 3 Super Bowls in 4 seasons. We remember the greatness at Texas Stadium. We remember those conference championship games against the 49ers. We remember the Super Bowls against Buffalo and then Pittsburgh a couple years later. Sorry, Browning. But what have you done in 19 years? You've opened up a nice stadium, and that's pretty much it.
Correct.
It's a nice stadium, and it's hosted a Super Bowl, but it hasn't seen your team raise a Super Bowl banner.
Not in a while.
And here's another thing: why isn't the NFL awarding another Super Bowl to that place? Why isn't Jerry Jones putting in another bid for a Super Bowl? I'll tell you why. Remember the year the Super Bowl was then at Cowboy Stadium. Remember how it was that you had Jerry Jones said, we're going to make it to the Super Bowl. We're going to be the first team, the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to be the first team to play a Super Bowl in our own stadium. Remember that in 2010?
Yep.
Some confidence Jerry Jones has. He hasn't even put in another bid for a Super Bowl.
That's because people who got stuck behind poles watching the Super Bowl didn't enjoy themselves.
Do you remember that controversy was the day of the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Between the Packers and the Steelers?
Correct. He just was hungry. He just wanted to set a Super Bowl record in attendance. He didn't care where the people sat.
Yeah, but he was in violation of the fire code.
Exactly.
And then you got to remember, in 2012 with Jerry Jones, he had come out and he had said, I think I have done a great job as general manager of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, maybe in the 1990s.
Late 90s. They were horrible, and starting in 97 to now, and then they were like a 500 team. Jeff had a stat where they were like 147 and 143 from 1997 to like 2012.
Okay.
It's like, yeah.
I can tell you when the downfall of the Dallas Cowboys actually began. And it was a few seasons after they won their final Super Bowl in the 90s. This was the 1998 season. They lost a wild card game at home. It was a Saturday afternoon to the Arizona Cardinals. Does anybody remember?
that.
I watched that game in my basement.
The Cardinals won the game 20-7, and everybody was shocked because everybody didn't expect that Arizona, of all teams, would go into Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, and win.
20-7 should have been the Cowboys winning that game 40-7.
Should have been like 40-7. Look what Chavez says. It began the day Jerry dropped or dumped Jimmy Johnson because Jimmy Johnson was there from 1989 all the way to 1994, and then they brought in Barry Switzer.
Yeah, and Barry Switzer. Oh, come on. That was an established team Barry Switzer had in his second season when they won a Super Bowl. That was the equivalent to what Phil Jackson had in Chicago and then in Los Angeles with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Just sit back. Let your players play. You don't have to really do much.
Yeah. I have to tell you, though, the way things have gone for the Dallas Cowboys, it's been with one transition after another. And, Jeff, like you pointed out and said on all kinds of shows, Jason Garrett will not make it through that 5-year contract with the Dallas Cowboys.
Shouldn't even sign a 5. Jerry Jones, he shouldn't even sign a 5-year contract. Give him 2 years, man.
And the question
after the
is
second
now,
year, after the second year in that contract, there ain't gonna be no contract because he ain't gonna be there.
The question now with the Dallas Cowboys is, where do they go from here at running back, Frank? Because look, this was a big loss. They lose DeMarco Murray to
They should have not.
Eagles.
They should have kept him.
The Cowboy fans are very fed up about it. They're very angry about it because they said, look, why didn't you give DeMarco Murray what he wanted? Because DeMarco Murray really wanted to come back to Dallas. It didn't happen. Now you have to wonder, time to go get AP. If you're Jerry Jones, I think that's probably what you have to end up doing is go out and get Adrian Peterson.
That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. You know why? He wouldn't pay freaking... He won't pay DeMarco Murray $5 million a year, but he's going to give Adrian Peterson $13 million a year? Does that make any sense? Any sense? And if you say again, well, we had a price tag on him and it was that's what we offered him. And then you go get Adrian Peterson, what you just said about DeMarco Murray, you lied.
Well, here's what's worse about DeMarco Murray. He goes to a team within the Cowboys division.
Good.
That is more than just a slap in the face. That is a kick to the groin.
He did that on purpose.
Of course, he just wanted to shove it to the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did.
He could have gone to another team in the NFC. He could have gone to an AFC team, but he goes to the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that has definitely made some weird moves in terms of personnel as of late. But DeMarco Murray, I mean, I'm going to say this. That gives their offense a huge boost, no question about it.
Yeah, but they made a lot of moves over so far. You know, who knows about that quarterback situation over there? Sam Bradford, really?
Sam Bradford. Well, maybe I'll say this about Sam Bradford. This is really his last opportunity to prove to everybody he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. This guy's a former number 1 draft pick out of Oklahoma. He's been in heavily by the injury bug. He hasn't had consistent playing time. The fact is, I honestly think that a new change of scenery could do Sam Bradford pretty good here. And also, let's look at.
I don't know.
Maybe I think it could. Maybe.
I don't know, Frank, because I read his stats on the air. Jeff's got the recording of this too. Sam Bradford is in his entire NFL career is 18-25 overall as an NFL starter. 18-25-1 as an NFL starter.
Look, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to compare Sam Bradford to Drew Brees here, but take a look at Drew Brees in San Diego. I mean, not the best of what we saw from Drew Brees, maybe a couple good seasons sprinkled in there, but Drew Brees became a Hall of Famer when he went to New Orleans. I'm not going to say Sam Bradford is a Hall of Famer in the waiting here, but potentially maybe this change of scenery, going to Philadelphia, going to a new team, will help Sam Bradford. We'll have to wait and see.
Do you know?
I think it couldn't hurt.
Do you know every acquisition that Kelly made in the offseason?
You're talking about this offseason.
This offseason, every acquisition he made, the player
I
that
can
he
tell you the
picked,
big ones.
the player that he picked up was hurt. Every player he got has an injury. Every single one of them.
We'll continue with more of this conversation. We have to run to another commercial break.
You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Man on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell say at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hey, everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Man, and the Frank Sprankle, the big win, joining us like he does each and every Monday, each and every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour of the show. All right, boys, what do you got for me? Sean?
Jeff, as we continue right along with the Dallas Cowboys, another move, Frank, that Jeff was not too thrilled about. Instead of getting Adrian Peterson, they signed up another Cowboy for a one-year deal, and that's when, Jeff, you went after a couple Cowboy fans throughout the weekend about that.
Yeah, I just couldn't take it no more.
One-year deal is peanuts. One-year deal is not securing your future. You secure your future with 3 to 4 year deals here.
Correct.
And that name is Greg Hardy, who signed a one-year contract with the Dallas Cowboys.
And the mayor of Dallas is not happy with them.
I saw that, and he ripped the Cowboys
Wait,
hard.
the mayor of Dallas.
The mayor of Dallas is not happy that the Cowboys signed Greg Hardy.
Let me ask you this about the mayor of Dallas. What does he think of the Cowboys, the team that he roots for, having the name Dallas Cowboys, yet they haven't played a game in Dallas since 1971?
I don't know. They play in Irving. They play in Irving, right?
No, the Texas Stadium was in Irving.
Arlington.
Arlington
Yeah,
now, but no, Jeff's right about Irving. That's where they used to play for
Right.
those
But now
decades in Texas
now
Stadium.
they play in Arlington?
Yep, they play the new Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
I don't know who the mayor of Dallas is, but why do I have a feeling he may be embarrassed after this Cowboy season and says, "Look, you know what? Go ahead."
His name is Mayor Rollins. Mayor Rollins is the name of the mayor of the city of Dallas.
Okay, and if the Cowboys suck this year, why do I have a feeling that Mayor Rollins is going to ask, "Look, we don't want the name Dallas Cowboys. You can change your name to the Arlington Cowboys. We're too embarrassed to be associated with you."
That ain't never going to happen.
I know.
There's no way in hell Cowboys are going to change that.
That is an interesting point about the Dallas Cowboys that many people don't realize. They have not played a game in Dallas since 1971 with the old Cotton Bowl.
I know. So why are they named the Dallas Cowboys?
Because they play in the Metroplex.
They became the Dallas Cowboys in the year 1960, and that was the very first year that
Yeah, but if they don't play in
Landry was head
Dallas,
coach.
why do they call the Dallas Cowboys?
And remember, you had two teams in Dallas.
Why? I have no clue why they're called the Dallas Cowboys.
Does it have to do with the
Not sure.
Texas, the Texas culture, Cowboys? I'll say this though: from
Probably.
1960 to 62, Dallas had two professional football teams. They had the Cowboys, yes, but from 1960 to 1962, they had the Dallas Texans of the American Football League. They were founded by Lamar Hunt. They would go on to win the 1962 AFL championship.
And become the Kansas City Chiefs.
They became the Kansas City Chiefs in 1963. They defeated their in-state rival, the Houston Oilers. But they were an original AFL team. They became the Kansas City Chiefs. And I remember in 2009, it was the 50th anniversary of the AFL's existence, that they actually had some teams, some of the original AFL teams wear throwback uniforms. You had
The thing about the Dallas Cowboys and the history of them was, okay, they came into existence in 1960. Tom Landry came from the New York Football Giants because he was a coordinator there. And then he came from the Giants to the Cowboys. He was there from 1960 to 1988. Throughout parts of the 60s, everybody, the Dallas Cowboys had really bad years until 1966 when they finally had a winning year and took on the team that was dominant of the 1960s, and that would be the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, who could forget the famous Ice Bowl? And, of course, the Cowboys winning 2 Super Bowls in the 1970s. And they had, of course, you had Don Meredith, and you had Dan Reeves, and then there was Roger Staubach. The list just goes on for all the Cowboy greats. And then when Jerry Jones decided to buy the team in February of '89, he made the biggest change that angered Jeff and a lot of other Cowboy fans who I've actually talked to, which was the firing of Tom Landry, which brought in Jimmy Johnson.
Well, actually, interesting you mentioned about the late 1960s, how you had the Cowboys and the Packers meet in 2 NFL championship games. And, of course, those were memorable, especially the later of the two, 1967, when they met in the famous Ice Bowl, in which the temperature at game time was 13 degrees below zero. Yeah, I've heard many stories about it. As a matter of fact, I was at Lambeau Field a few years ago, and they have bricks along at Lambeau Field. You can actually purchase fan bricks, and one of the fan bricks I'll never forget said Ice Bowl Survivor. Now, you take a look at the Cowboys in the 1970s, that's when the Packers had completely faded off. Of course, Vince Lombardi had left the Packers after the 67 season. The Packers were not a dominant team in that era. The Cowboys were having won 2 Super Bowls. But take a look at the 1990s. If you look at the late 1960s, it was really throughout the 90s, early, and certainly in the mid and late 90s, the Cowboys and Packers, those were 2 interesting teams to watch. They both met in the 1995 NFC Championship game, won by the Cowboys over the Packers. The Cowboys would win the Super Bowl, of course, but the next year, the Packers, they would win the Super Bowl in New Orleans over New England.
And, of course, Jerry Jones would always say, how about them Cowboys when they won 3 Super Bowls, 1992, 1993, and of course 1995.
Yeah, you ever notice he never says it when they have a losing, when they don't make the playoffs or something like that. He never says, "How about them Cowboys?" That's right. How about them crappy Cowboys?
Not much sense, because it's been after that their last Super Bowl, which was January of 1996, and Frank, you remember that very well. Right. Dallas won the game 27-17. And Jerry Jones had the belief in all Cowboy fans that they were the dynasty of the 90s, and they were clearly America's team of the 90s. But, Jeff, what my father calls the Cowboys, since he doesn't like them, my dad calls them South America's team.
South America's team? Oh, by the way, did you hear?
Yeah, because they're down. Come on, they're down the south down there. Come on.
Did you guys hear? Speaking of South America and the National Football League, did you hear about a possible proposal to have the Pro Bowl be played in Brazil in the 2016 season? This would be in early 2017. But did you guys hear about that?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't hear about that at all.
Yeah, I'll have to send you a link here in the chat room, everybody. But the NFL is thinking about playing the Pro Bowl in a few years. In 2017, this would be the 2016 season, I assume, early 2017, of playing the Pro Bowl in Brazil. Now, let's understand this. Brazil has been really part of the center of the sports universe lately, guys, because you've had I know, look, I don't care about the World Cup, but the World Cup is a big event here. It had the World Cup a year ago. You're going to have the Summer Olympics in 2016. I know they beat out Chicago as one of the candidate cities. So the NFL is realizing the importance of what Brazil has meant to the sports culture over the last few years, including over the next year, and is seriously considering the Pro Bowl in Brazil in a couple of seasons.
Jeff, comment. What's your thoughts about that Pro Bowl in Brazil?
Oh, that's disgusting.
Doesn't really matter. It's just the Pro Bowl. Here's what would bother me. If you had a regular season game in Brazil, that would bother me. Bad enough we have regular season games in London. That's not right. But if you give the Pro Bowl to Brazil, that's perfectly fine because nobody has interest in the Pro Bowl.
Look what Shabbat goes. Jeff, Frank, Sean, Brazil? What's next? Roger? Venezuela?
The Pro Bowl, right?
There it is, Frank. I got your story. The NFL considering. I do not like this move at all. What is the point? It would just give other countries more motivation to have NFL Pro Bowl or an NFL team in this country or that. Jeff even knows perfectly well that he doesn't want to have an NFL team in London, England. You know darn well Jerry Jones would say, it's great for the sport. Let's just do it. That's probably what he's thinking. He's probably saying it's the best thing to have an NFL team in London, England.
All right. Listen, I see it this way. Listen. I got an idea that's a genius here of how we can satisfy those that live in London, that like the NFL. They like to watch it. They want to go to an NFL game. Here's my suggestion. Pack a bag, board a flight, take the flight across the pond. Come to the United States, go to an NFL city, and watch a game in an NFL city. That's my suggestion. Come to Soldier Field in Chicago. Go to Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Visit Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Gillette Stadium in New England. Go there. If you want to see the NFL in person, fly across the Atlantic and come see a game in the United States.
I even comment and say that if the NFL decides to do this, I know how you are about ifs there, Jeff, buddy, that if they decide to say, we'll have a team in London, England, and we'll play NFL games at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, which would be 6:30 a.m. Pacific time, I said I will not get up and watch that. Heck with that mess.
Now, did you guys hear about the Bills-Jaguars game that's going to be one of the London contests? Did you guys hear about this?
No, I didn't.
The Jaguars-Bills game, of course, every NFL game is on television, and every game is seen on over-the-air TV in the two markets, whether it's local or national. But in this case, gentlemen, it will be seen on over-the-air TV in London, in Buffalo, and in Jacksonville. However, for the first time ever, that game will only be available across the country on the internet. You cannot watch it on over-the-air TV unless you live in Buffalo or Jacksonville. It will not be available on NFL Sunday Ticket. The NFL, for the first time ever, is going to allow an NFL game exclusively to the internet only.
I think that their stadium, kind of going back to London, Frank, I'm sorry for changing the topic.
Let's go ahead.
But I think that London Stadium, I've watched some of the games there since Roger Goodell put this whole thing in process, is a terrible stadium, Wembley Stadium.
The grass is also bad, too.
I think it's a dump. What do you think about it, Jeff? Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, I want to hear you, Jeff. Then I want to tell you what I hate the most about a game in London. I just figured it out.
I've never been there, so I don't know.
Do you know what I hate the most? I got to say this, because if I don't say this, I am going to hate myself. But do you know what I hate? Frank Sprinkle, the big win, hate about an NFL game in London the most. Does anyone want to guess?
Getting up early in the morning to watch it.
Well, I don't mind getting up early. Listen, I get up early every morning, guys.
Jeff and I will pitch it. Jeff and I will not even want to watch it at 6. Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Here's what I hate. Here's what I hate the most. We got to hear "God Save the Queen."
Not me.
Dude, God save the Queen.
Not me.
We don't care about your queen. We don't care about your royalty.
Not me.
We live in a country that is a democracy. Nobody
me.
cares about royalty.
Not me. I don't have to hear that. Not me.
Yeah, you can just put it on mute.
I won't even be up for it.
Jeff will be asleep. He doesn't care, and he thinks it's a joke anyway.
But you know they do.
Even if my favorite team, the New England Patriots, are playing a game, I probably would have to ditch it too, just to see them fly across the Atlantic Ocean, because who has time to get up? A lot of people are on Sundays that time of the day are at church or either sleeping in.
Sean, there is no way the New England Patriots are going to be playing in London unless they're the road team.
I got more important things to do.
You know Robert Kraft would not want to give up the home game. And do you notice the team that has to give up the home game are those teams that typically have trouble selling out their stadium in the
That's
first
why
place?
Jacksonville gave up 2 of them this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's another thing, too. Speaking of Jacksonville.
Well, we got to, hold that thought.
Come back.
Frank, hold that thought. We got to run to our second and final update, and then we'll go to commercial, and then we'll get that thought from Frank. So this update is brought to you by The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today. Never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again. It's called The Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Man, with the final update of the day.
All right, Jeff, welcome everybody to the last update on the 24th of March, 2015, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Major League Baseball, here are the games going on in progress right now. The Angels and the Rangers. Right now, the Rangers lead 15-8. Oakland Athletics lead the Chicago Cubs 14-2. The Tigers and the Yankees at a stalemate at 1-1. Finals today in Major League Baseball. Phillies 5, Braves 3, Twins 6, and the Blue Jays 5, Orioles 9, Pirates 2, Marlins 9, Red Sox 4, Astros 4, Mets 3, Rockies 7, White Sox 6, Padres 6, Seattle Mariners 4, and 2 other games today. It'll be the Brewers taking on the Diamondbacks, and lastly, it'll be the San Francisco Giants taking on the Cleveland Indians. In the NBA, here are the games that we have for tonight. There's 6 of them total. It'll be the Raptors at the Pistons, Heat at the Bucks, Lakers at the Thunder, Spurs at the Mavericks. That game is on TNT starting in 29 minutes. 76ers at the Kings. And lastly on TNT, it'll be the Warriors taking on the Trailblazers. That game is at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific on TNT, home of the NBA playoffs. NHL. Here are the games that we have right now, 8 of them. The Wild and the Islanders, that game is scoreless, first period. The Kings and the Rangers tied at 1, first period. First period down in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Penguins hosting the Blues, and it's tied at 0. The Ducks lead the Blue Jackets 1-0. Coyotes at the Red Wings, Panthers at the Lightning, Canadians at the Predators, and lastly, it'll be the Jets taking on the Canucks. That is the final update at 32 minutes past the hour. Remember, this update is brought to you by The Flipper at flipperflipper.com. When we come back from the commercial break and the update, we will have more sports perspective with Frank Sprankle, Jeff Escow, and Sean Mann.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear. And do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann. and Frank Sprankle bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, fellas, where do you want to go next?
All right, the next story we're going to get to, Frank, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. The NFL has decided to block the blackouts for NFL games, and I think that's a good thing that they're trying to make something better than all the other things they've been doing.
Well, of course, if you take a look, gentlemen, how many NFL games have been blacked out over the last few
Lots.
years? Very little.
Very little, but
not like the 1970s or 80s.
That's what they mentioned, too, that in the 70s and the 80s, they blacked out a lot of the games. But now they're taking a big gamble and a huge challenge to do it. And, Jeff, you really appreciated when you saw this story, too, yesterday, that the NFL decided to do that the owners and players are looking to step it up.
It's okay. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter because I can go watch any game I want on the internet, so I didn't really give a flying fig Newton.
Hey, I can give you free websites in which you can watch the games online.
You already have. So I don't really care. But the Chargers have at least 1 or 2 games every year that's blacked out.
Yeah, but aren't those games typically against mediocre teams?
Yeah. Yeah. So now what they're saying is you don't have to go to the game to watch it. Just stay home and watch it on your TV because they want more TV ratings than they want people in the stands.
Here's another thing, too. If you have the NFL Red Zone channel, you don't get to see a game in its entirety, but they show you whip-around coverage. If you lived in a blackout market, you still get to watch it on Red Zone.
Correct, but still, if it's blacked out, who cares? You know what I mean?
Dude, I got Red Zone. I'm telling you guys. Have you guys watch Red Zone?
Hey, Frank, not everybody can afford that.
I do watch NFL Red Zone, but I know, Frank, when I do get out on my own, like Jeff pointed out, a lot of people can't afford to have like a dish satellite to be able to watch the live NFL action on NFL Red Zone. I could just go to ESPN.com to follow the updates for the games.
Oh, I have Red Zone. I got to tell you guys, it is probably the best. I'll say this. It is the best experience on a Sunday afternoon
Frank,
for anybody who loves the National Football League. Even better than going to a game.
Shabba adds this. Back in the day when the Saints were bad, companies would have to swoop in at the last minute to buy the last 1,000 tickets to get it on television.
Shabba, okay, you say that. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Last year, if it wasn't for a couple of TV stations and a couple of restaurants and radio stations buying up the rest of the tickets, we wouldn't have seen at least 2 or 3 games last year. That happens every year here in San Diego. You know why?
It happen in Chicago.
You know why? You know why it doesn't happen in Chicago? Because there ain't nothing to do there while the game is on. There's plenty of crap to do here in San Diego besides go to a football game.
Actually, I just looked it up. Do you guys want to know the last time a Bears game was blacked out on home television? It was blacked out in the Chicago area. And they used to have quite a few blackouts.
I'll take a guess. I'll say late 1990s, like 97.
No, actually, though, I do remember there was one game in Chicago that came close to being blacked out. That was in 1998 against the Ravens. The Bears were bad then. Dave Wannstedt was fired at the end of that season. But Channel 2 bought the remaining tickets, and that game was shown. That was in December of 1998. You're wrong, though. Take one more guess.
It doesn't matter because it happens to all the small market teams. Every small market teams, a radio station, a TV station, restaurants, buy up the tickets so people can be at home and watch the game.
Okay, I'll tell you anyway. 1984 was the last time a Bears home game in Chicago was blacked out.
Okay,
the year before they won the Super Bowl.
Josh says this, and Josh is like you, Jeff. He says, I could care less. LOL. Why do I need to torture myself with watching the Jacksonville Jaguars, Washington Redskins, Oakland Raiders, Browns, and etc.? That's a good point. Why even waste our time? Good point, Josh, because you spend all your time watching these teams that really are not very popular. Jacksonville doesn't even sell out any of their games, really, at their stadium down there. The Redskins, sort of, but they're not always big. When I was in D.C., for that trip, I saw Redskin fans, but not a lot of optimism there for Washington Redskin fans. Oakland Raiders, all these small market teams.
Wait a minute, I just realized something. The reason why they could be looking at this in terms of eliminating the blackout rule for this year, and I want to ask you guys another question. Could it possibly be because Los Angeles in 2016 they're going to get an NFL team. If not 2016 and 2017. Look, an NFL team is coming to Los Angeles, not this season, but it's going to come to Los Angeles next season or the year before.
Yesterday, Bob Kraft, and we talked about this yesterday, said that in the next year, maybe in 2017, real shortly, the NFL will have possibly down to two teams that'll be in L.A. And I'm going to say first it's going to be the Rams moving to L.A., like you pointed out, Shabba, about the Rams going back there. And then, most likely, it'll be the Oakland Raiders. I'm ruling out the San Diego Chargers because, from what Jeff told me, Frank, the Chargers are desperate. The fans do not want to see them move out of the city of San Diego, and they put on a big protest for that.
Well, not only that, now you got Phillip Rivers in the last year of his contract, and now they're saying that they might not keep him and all that. So there's a whole bunch of crap going on now.
Yeah, but what is being done in terms of a stadium here? I'm not familiar with the situation in terms of a building. I'm not talking about San Diego, not what's going on in Los Angeles. I'm aware of what's going on in Los Angeles. But, Jeff, from your vantage point here,
that was a chess move. It was a chess move. It was the Chargers making a chess move to move the city of San Diego and make them move a little quicker. That's all that was.
All right, let me ask you, does the city of San Diego want to build a new stadium for the Chargers?
Well, they just announced where the site's going to be, and it's going to be right where Qualcomm Stadium is right now, which is the perfect place for it because the Charlie already goes there.
And then they would tear Qualcomm down, obviously.
Yes, tell Qualcomm, build a new stadium and just knock down Qualcomm.
Well, after what happened in 1984 with the Cubs in the National League Championship Series, can I come there and implode it or drive the wrecking ball through it?
I don't care.
Can I come to San Diego because of what happened in the 84 NLCS?
I don't care. Whatever you want. I want to see that place go. Bye-bye.
I will be wearing my if they let me do that, I will wear my 1984
of course they're
Cubs
not gonna let
Ryan
you do
Sandberg
that.
road jersey.
Of course they're not going to let you do that.
Dude, if they do, I'll wear my Cubs 1984
They're not going to let
NLCS
you do that.
Road
You
Ryan
have
Sandberg jersey.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you have any experience in that at all?
I can learn.
That's not the question I asked you.
All right, here's the thing. No, I don't. But here's
That's
the thing.
it. Nope. That's it. No, I don't. End of discussion. Because they're not going to teach you how to do it before you're going to go and do it. So end of discussion. It's done by professionals, so you'll never have that opportunity.
Yeah, should we start an online campaign for me?
You're not going to get it. So there's no way in hell.
I'm really proud, though, that the Charger fans, this is what Shabba says, too, Charger fans are speaking up to save the team, hopefully. I really like that they did that. That, you know what? We've enjoyed it here.
Do you know why they did that?
The team in San Diego.
You know why? Because they don't want to pay for it. That's
Absolutely.
all that was about. Give the Chargers the land and let the Chargers build the stadium by themselves. The city of San Diego, the people of San Diego do not want to pay for it. They do not.
That would
want to
help
pay
the
for
Los
it.
Angeles team because then you know that if it's the Raiders that move back to Los Angeles, you know that that's going to help those two cities. What is it, 120 miles apart, Jeff?
First of all, Carson is not even in L.A.
Right.
Okay?
That is correct.
Different town. Yes,
Correct.
You're right.
So Carson's not even in L.A., okay? And then you got Kroenke who owns that land. St. Louis, it's going to be St. Louis and the Raiders going to freaking L.A., and that's going to be that. Chargers ain't going to go. They're going to stay in San Diego and get this done. They just made that chess move so the city of San Diego would move their ass a little bit faster, and that's exactly what happened.
And you know what? Because I was going to say, then the NFL will have 30 stadiums, and obviously 2 stadiums that are shared by 2 teams. Obviously, MetLife with the Giants and the Jets, and this new stadium that Kroenke's proposing with the Raiders and the Rams.
Okay, I hate to tell you something. The Kroenke proposal and the Carson proposal, they're 2 different proposals. I hate that they're 2 different, totally different places. They're not. That's not the same arena you're talking about, my friend.
So wait, you're pretty much saying that everybody in San Diego should just take a page out of Aaron Rodgers' playbook and relax.
Correct.
The Chargers aren't going anywhere.
They're not going to go anywhere. Because I hate to tell you, Kroenke's going to build his stadium, and freaking St. Louis is going to go there, and the Raiders are going to get their stadium in Carson, and they're going to go there, and that's going to be that.
Deshaun was going to say something.
I'll say it again. I'll say it right now. I pointed out in the chat room, the NFL in Los Angeles is a joke.
Yes!
Because L.A.
It is.
doesn't that they don't support a team. There's a lot of other things to do in Los
LA's
Angeles.
not a sports town. Forget the NFL, Sean.
Yeah,
it's not a sports town.
You see, that's why I've been to LA many times. When I was there in 2001 and in 2009, when I went to Anaheim, went to Disneyland, I went to LA, there was a lot more things to do in Los Angeles. LA is Hollywood. It's where show business and television and the movies is at.
Bingo.
Why would LA want to spend their time trying to support a team? Because Jeff has a point. When the Rams move to LA, before we get to this last commercial break, watch what happens. They'll enjoy it for now, and then fans won't be showing up to the game, and then you'll see a team move out of LA.
They'll only show up if they win. If they are mediocre, they're not going to come. They could give a Beavers damn. It's not like the Lakers where, okay, they're mediocre now, but people still go to the games because it's an establishment. It's a place to be seen. Los Angeles NFL is not a place to be seen.
Frank, they're not going to freaking go to the games even if they are winning. There's too much more crap to do in L.A.
The only team that's going to do successful if they're losing is the Lakers.
It doesn't matter. There's too much more crap to do in L.A. Has L.A. missed having an NFL team there in the last 20 years?
I think they've enjoyed USC football more than anything.
I think they have not missed having an NFL team there one bit. We're going to run to our final break of the day. You listen to Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, and Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family. We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. And joining us in the second hour of every Tuesday and Thursday shows our good friend Frank Sprankle out there from Chicago. It's his 1-year anniversary today, Frank being on the show doing Sports World Radio with us. It's Josh Lopez's 1-year anniversary for being the producer of the show. And it's Sean Mann's birthday today. So we're having one big, huge party here at Sports World Radio.
Sean, you have the same birthday as Peyton Manning, who turns 39 today.
Who cares?
Happy birthday to Peyton Manning. Happy birthday to Chris Bosch. All right, on the last commercial break, we had a really big discussion about this situation. There's a strong possibility that the NFL could return to Los Angeles as early as the 2016 season. The only questions are whether 1 or 2 teams will relocate and which part of Southern California they will call home. A presentation on stadium proposals by St. Louis Rams owner Stan Kroenke, who owns a 60-acre parcel in Inglewood, California, and a joint stadium project in Carson, California by the San Diego Chargers and Oakland Raiders were made during Monday's opening session of the owners' meeting by Vice President of NFL.
He owns both properties, man. He owns both freaking properties. You don't think he's going to you don't think he wants this to happen?
He's a millionaire. He's got millions of bucks. He can make that happen.
I want to tell you why Los Angeles is a joke of a sports town. Does anyone want to guess right now in this 2014-15 season where the Clippers are in terms of attendance?
They're probably dead last.
No, I'm talking about the Clippers. No, the Clippers are ninth. The Clippers are ninth overall in terms of attendance. Right behind the Lakers, which are 10th. Okay, go to 2001. I'm at ESPN.com here. It goes back to 2001. Does anyone want to guess in 2000-2001 where the Clippers were in terms of NBA attendance?
Probably at the bottom.
Close, 24th.
Okay, and your point is?
People only go when they're winning.
Well, let me ask you a question.
You can ask me any question you want.
The attendance the year that Sterling was supposedly the bad guy?
Yeah, last season, 2013-14.
Okay, what was their attendance last year? Does it say?
7th, yeah, I got it here. 7th overall in team attendance, 2 spots up as where they are now. The Lakers were 8th, but you got the Clippers that were 7th. Now they're 9th this year.
So they went down.
By 2.
The only thing you look at for sports, you talk about the Lakers, okay, in Los Angeles. You talk about the idea of NFL in L.A., when the Lakers were so good back in the 80s and part of the Shaq Kobe era, they sold out a lot of their games. The Hollywood stars would come. That's another thing. Would a lot of the Hollywood stars want to even come back and watch NFL football games? I doubt it. I think
you know what it is.
Heck with that. I'll go do a movie or to go to my show business.
This is what it is. They can sell those booth tickets. Those what do they call them? Those booths, the corporate booths.
Yeah, go ahead.
They can sell those corporate booths in advance and sell them for a lot of money in L.A. You can do that. Down here in San Diego, you can't do that. There's a special term for it, and I can't remember the term right now.
I can't either. I think I know what you're talking about, but I've drawn
Los Angeles, here's another part of the story, became the largest league-owned vacant lot in 1994 when the then Los Angeles Rams and Raiders relocated, where the Rams went to St. Louis and the Raiders returned back to Oakland to become the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, okay, so what you're doing is the two teams have already left L.A. once. Now you're going to bring them both back again?
That's right. That's what they're looking at.
That makes sense. Let me ask you a question. How much has L.A. thrived without an NFL team?
Why don't we look at the championships that Los Angeles has won since the NFL left? Okay, 5 NBA championships, right? With the Lakers?
Yeah.
Okay, the Kings, 2 Stanley Cups as of late.
I hate to tell you, but L.A. is not a football town.
No, it's not.
It's a baseball, basketball town first before it's a football town.
Basketball 1, baseball 2. And you know what? The Dodgers, they've done, I wouldn't say quite like what the Lakers have done in terms of PR toward Hollywood, but they've done pretty well. It's
amazing when you talk about the Dodgers, too, because when the Dodgers moved from Brooklyn to L.A., I did some research about this. I read I watched the Ken Burns documentary when they moved out of Brooklyn to L.A.
I love that documentary.
Yeah, that's a great documentary. That really saddened and angered a lot of people from Brooklyn when they moved to L.A. because baseball, when I researched it, really was the big thing. And then they decided to make the move and bring the Dodgers baseball to L.A. with Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale.
Screw them. They're wrong.
And the Dodgers had a great run in the 1960s
They're dead
as a ball
wrong.
club.
Yeah, 63 they won the World Series against the Yankees.
And even going back a few years, too, to 1959, Sean. Well, even 59, their first World Series appearance in Los Angeles, which they were playing games at the LA Coliseum. This was 3 years before Dodger Stadium was even built. They, of course, beat the Chicago White Sox in the 1959 World Series. And if you look at the attendance factor, you had 90,000 plus at the LA Coliseum. That is, to this day and forever will be, the biggest attendance for a World Series game.
And and you look at the history of the Dodgers. 63, they won the World Series. They won in 65 in a classic 7-game series against the Twins. They were great in the 70s. And then Tommy Lasorda came, and he really turned that organization around with the Dodgers, and baseball's definitely back in LA, and they really enjoy it. And I like what you say, Frank. LA, number one for NBA, because where do the people and the Hollywood stars like to go? They like to go to the LA Laker games. And then
Hollywood Lakers.
The number two, it's the Dodgers, although you're not seeing a lot of the celebs go to the Laker games now because the Clippers are kind of saying, we've always been the little brother. We need to overtake the Lakers and start realizing we can attract the celebs to come to the Clipper games.
Where were you guys before they were winning? No, really. Go ahead and laugh. I understand you're laughing, but really, where were these idiots before they were winning? It's sports fans. No, you're not even fans. It's people like you that I despise, and you people truly reek. You actually make sports look bad, you people.
And and this idea about the NFL deciding to do this is just a bad decision. And, of course, quote, here's another thing. Once the Raiders and Chargers decided to work together, it increased the chances of the success, not because of Carson, Grubman said, but just because now you have two sites that are going to be entitled and pushed by clubs as opposed to one site. You have options, and it showed that two teams can get on the same page on a site. But now we're talking about two teams that haven't played in LA since 1994, 94 and 95, and now returning to the area where they left. And it is really crazy and nuts. And, of course, watch what happens when LA doesn't support a football team. It's going to get disastrous, and it's going to cause a big chain reaction.
Then let me ask you this. Will Kroenke be just punching himself in the head 10 years from now, 15 years from now?
Exactly. I believe he will. What do you think, Jeff?
What do you think? You bet your sweet petunias.
That'll be one of the worst investments Stan Kroenke has ever made in his life.
I know it's.
Suppose you had him on one of your shows and you asked Stan Kroenke, and he'll say, "Oh, I think it's a great decision for the NFL. We can put NFL football back in LA, and we can bring the public back to watch football in LA."
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Kroenke. What's going to happen after the honeymoon is over and you can't sell out that stadium?
That's a good.
That's what I want to know.
Too. I bet you the NFL does give a Super Bowl to Los Angeles.
Are you gonna?
You know they are.
Are you gonna move your team again because you're trying to find a stadium filled every week?
Back to St. Louis.
Your
Wouldn't that be surprising? They go to LA and then boom, right back to St. Louis.
You money hungry son of a bitch, you. Hey, I'm just saying.
Or maybe
they'll
like move to Vegas and become the Las Vegas Rams. Ugh.
Hey, I got a good idea. I got to ask you a question. So let's look 20 years down the road, and it's been more than 20 years since. Well, it's been 20 years now since Los Angeles had a team. 20 years from now, when this LA experiment fails, what are they going to do with the stadium? What are they going to build on the side of the stadium?
I have no clue.
Who knows? Who knows? I have no clue.
I just know that, Jeff, it just makes you sick when they're talking all about
Yeah, exactly.
But the fact is, you people weren't fans of the Clippers. Listen, there are other things to do in Los Angeles. I like Los Angeles. There are some avid sports fans in Los Angeles.
There's so many
but
things
you know
to
what?
do
That's
in LA.
unfair to these sports fans in Los Angeles that love the game, that love the team. Don't you think Clipper fans are going to be saying, well, that's unfair. Where were you 15 years ago?
I mean, there's so much to do. The beaches, the freaking Disney, Six Flags, Great Adventure. All the LA studios. There's so much to do and so much cheaper things to do than go spend $500 on a freaking football game for a family of 3.
Oh, could you see the beach house parties on Long Beach?
You know what I'm saying? Who the hell wants to spend all that kind of money when I can go to the beach for free and have a better time?
I would just go tour all of Hollywood and see the history of Hollywood and the Walk of Fame and stuff like that, or go to the beach or go to Disneyland. I did all that when I was there, Frank, like I pointed out earlier. Why? And Jeff's got a point. Why would I want to spend $500, which is so expensive for an NFL ticket, to go to a game? And I agree with you, Frank, that the NFL, they decide to do this. They'll host a Super Bowl in LA, and you'll wonder what kind of and you'll be wondering as we get ready to close the show, you'll be wondering what kind of a reception the Super Bowl will get in L.A., what kind of ratings it'll get for television, and if it'll really be a jam-packed crowd with a lot of Hollywood celebs. And
oh, you know it will. Oh, that's no question about it, Sean. First of all, the Super Bowl, no matter where you played, it's going to get the record number of ratings. Now, having mentioned that this would be in Los Angeles, you know that there's going to be a Hollywood feel to it. There's going to be a pop music feel to it, because entertainment, Hollywood motion pictures, as well as pop music, that's what Los Angeles has. It's going to be nothing more than the entertainment industry, bar none.
Suppose this, before we go, I know it's the top of the hour, we have to leave. Suppose this, Jeff and Frank, Kroenke could come up there and say, hey, I'm glad. What do you guys think of this LA stadium? What happens if your favorite team is in the Super Bowl? I'll give you tickets.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll take them. Sure, I'll take them.
Exactly. All right, guys. You know what? We got to get the flock out of here. Hey, man. Happy birthday to Sean. Anniversary to Frank. Thank you for being here for a year. Josh, thank you for being for a year. I hope everybody had a great time today.
Blessed.
You had a good time, right, my friend?
Hey, I'm just saying, not just tonight, but I just want to personally say, if I could describe the last year of Sports World Radio for me, I'm just going to describe it in one word: blessed.
Okay, well, thank you. I like that, Frank. Thank you very much. And we're going to get the flock out of here. We'll be back tomorrow for another fun-filled 2 hours of sports talk with Sean and myself. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Adios, bitches.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Josh Lopez, for 1 year.
Boy, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over.